Let me start by saying that this video is not in any way justifying the hate that any of the girls got. None of them deserve the hate train they went through or are going through. If that is clear, let's get into the video. 6 months later, Katseye are still dealing with one of the biggest hate trains since their debut. Most people blame the hiatus announcement, and yes, that is one of the main reasons. But I think one person made this situation much worse, and surprisingly, it wasn't a Katseye member. Let's go back to February when the hiatus was announced. The announcement was very confusing because it came out of nowhere. There were no previous signs suggesting that Manon would be going on a hiatus and she seemed fine. It got stranger when she went on Weverse DM to tell Eyekons that she was healthy and some things are just out of her control, contradicting the earlier announcement. Hybe and Geffen released stating that she was going on hiatus for health reasons. That immediately caused an uproar and a lot of speculation was flying around. A lot of people believed she was being forced to go on a hiatus for unknown reasons. Others said that it was for mental health reasons and not physical health. Everyone had something to say, but the conversation around the situation started becoming more and more intense and it started to affect the other girls. Some people started to claim that they had a hand in the decision, and this was when Daniela's dad commented on the situation. By the next day after the hiatus announcement, screenshots of his comments about Manon and the group started circulating among fans, and the one that stood out the most was that the show must go on, with or without a member. Katseye is bigger than one girl comment. This comment helped to solidify some people's opinion that something happened between the girls or Manon did something really bad that HXG didn't want the public to know about. His other comments like "we need girls who can grind" and "come back when you are ready to work" also made a lot of people come to the conclusion that Manon was being lazy with the group's work. I'm not denying that she already had these allegations since Dream Academy. She did, and that is why people were able to come to that conclusion really fast. She missed a bunch of performances, events, and interviews for health reasons before, and people were starting to find it annoying, so that was the perfect evidence for them that she was being lazy. For Daniela, many people began to speculate that her dad was voicing her opinions through his comments. They believed that she told her dad bad things about Manon, and the mean girl allegation started. I think a lot of people also expected that she would apologize for his actions or at least address it, but she never did, and everything just got worse. His other comment on Facebook about Daniela and Blackpink Lisa's body just intensified everything. People called him weird, they said Daniela should not be allowed near him, and a lot of other things. All I have to say about the situation is that he definitely shouldn't have commented those things. He was an old man meddling in issues among teenagers and young adults. That was already weird enough. But he was also a father looking out for his daughter. He should have worded his comments better if he really had to speak on the situation. It would have been so much better if he didn't make those comments, but he did, and we are here now. For many people online, his comments became what they saw as evidence that Manon was lazy and she was holding the group back, and Daniela became someone who spoke negatively about her friend behind the scenes. Daniela became a mean girl and Manon became lazy and inconsiderate. Now, am I saying they were not getting hate before this? No, I'm not. The girls were getting a ton of hate, but it was mainly because of their songs. They were getting hate for Gnarly and Internet Girls and for also performing Gnarly at the Grammys. The girls were also getting more and more popular, so it was inevitable that they would get hate. However, the very intense hate train they are still facing now, almost 6 months later, started with that announcement and was amplified by Daniela's dad comments. I like to wonder how different it would be if he never said anything. Even if it were a little different, then the girls will be facing less hate than they are facing now. What do you think about this though? Do you also think his comments made the situation more intense? Leave your opinions below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.